Okay, good morning, Veritas All-Stars. Today is the lesson for April 14th, 2020. It is Tuesday. I hope everybody's doing well. So now, you'll notice that I already annotated this problem, and the reason is because I was doing a video and I got a phone call, so I was halfway through solving the problem and I had to stop. So I'm starting this video over again. So bear with me and let me know if you have any problems at the end, any questions. But the reason why these are underlined already is because I kind of already went through these steps. All right, but I'll start again at the beginning. Okay, so Charlie drank 4 2/3 cups of water for breakfast each day last week. He also drank the same amount of water each day for lunch. Part A says, how many whole gallons did he drink all together last week? How many gallons? Whole gallons. So we're not going to use a fraction of a gallon, just how many whole gallons did he drink. And part B, what was the total number of cups he drank last week? So total number of cups he drank last week. Okay, so let's start again at the beginning. Charlie drank 4 2/3 cups. 4 2/3 cups for breakfast each day last week. So this is for breakfast. He drank 4 2/3 cups each day last week. So there are 7 days in a week. So we're going to do 4 2/3 times 7. Now this is a little harder than it may look at first because you have to multiply the whole number, 7 times 4. Then you have to add 7 times 2/3. Because you have to do both. You have to do 7 times the whole number, and you have to do 7 times the fraction. So we're doing 7 times 4 plus, we're going to do 7 times 2/3. 7 over 1. We can write 7 as a whole number with a denominator of 1, because that's telling us the number of pieces in each whole. So that's 7 wholes. So 7 times 2/3. So we're doing 7 times 4 plus 7 times 2/3. So 7 times 4 is 28 plus 7 times 2/3. You do multiply the numerator. 7 times 2 is 14. And then multiply the denominators. 1 times 3 is 3. So we end up with, for breakfast, he had 28 plus, this is an improper fraction. 14/3 is much more than just 1. So it's more than 1 whole. It's greater than 1. We call this an improper fraction. So 14/3, if you divide 14 divided by 3, it'll tell you what this is as a mixed number. Because 3/3 equals 1, so we're going to count up by 3 until we get to 14. Okay, so we're going to do 14/3, which is 14 divided by 3. Okay, so let me draw a little model here. If I had 3 equal groups, and I had 14 of something to put in each of them, 3 times what gets you closest to 14? How many can we put into each group? If you put 5 in each group, that's 15, and that's too much. We only have 14. So we're going to start by putting 4 into each group. So 4 goes here, because 3 times 4 gets you closest to 14, but you can't go any higher than 14. So 4 times 3 is 12, and we subtract, we have 2 left over. Just like if you put 4 into each group, you have 12. That means there's 2 left over to get to the 14 that we have. Okay, so that's called our remainder. It's a remainder of 2. So now in 5th grade, we are going to learn how to write this as a fraction. And we've done this a few times now. The remainder becomes the numerator. And the divisor, the number we divided by, becomes the denominator. So it's 4 2/3 is a more accurate answer than 4 remainder 2. Okay, because that means that we could put 4 2/3 into each group. So 4 2/3 plus 4 2/3 plus 4 2/3, you can do the whole numbers. 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 is 6/3. And 6/3 is 6 divided by 3, which equals 2. So that's where our extra 2 go, is we can put them as a fraction by breaking it into 2/3, 2/3, 2/3. Then that's exactly how many would be in each group if we made 3 groups out of 14. You'd have 4 2/3, 4 2/3, 4 2/3, which makes 14 when you add them together. Okay, so 14/3 is 4 2/3. So we're doing 28 plus 4 2/3, which is 32 2/3 cups for breakfast. and that's last week. Okay, so we don't have the final answer yet. That's breakfast. 32 2/3 cups for breakfast. Now let's keep reading. He also drank the same amount of water, so this same amount, 4 2/3 cups, each day for lunch. So again, we're going to do this times 7 for each day of the week, which is the same as we just had, 32 2/3. So if we do that, 32 2/3 for breakfast, plus 32 2/3, I'll put be fast, and lunch. If we add those together, that'll be the total number of cups that he drank for the week. So 32 plus 32 is 64. 2/3 plus 2/3 is 4/3. And 4/3 again is 4 divided by 3. It's an improper fraction. So 4 divided by 3. 3 goes into 4 one time without going over. 1 times 3 is 3. We subtract and have a remainder of 1, which becomes our numerator. And our divisor of 3 becomes our denominator. So this is equal to 1 1/3. So we have 64 plus 1 1/3 is 65 1/3 cups total. So strangely, that's our answer to B. What was the total number of cups he drank last week? His total number of cups was 65 1/3 cups. So we actually got our answer to part B before we got our answer to part A. So the total number of cups he drank last week was 65 1/3. Okay? Now I drew a model over here. This is what I was using to solve earlier when I told you the video got cut off. But we can use this model to help us now. Okay, so we found out that he drank 65 1/3 cups. Now it says how many whole gallons did he drink all together last week. So 65 1/3 cups, we need to turn that into gallons. So 65 1/3 cups, we need to see how many whole gallons. We don't know. So 65 1/3 cups is how many whole gallons. So we're going to use this little model from yesterday. We did kind of the same one. So right up here it says that there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So I cut this gallon into 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts. A quart is 2 pints. So then I took one of those quarts. Here's 1 quart. And I cut that into 2 pints. Then it says that 1 pint is 2 cups. So I took one of these pints, which would be the same as this, and I cut it into 2 cups. So now, if we were to look at the total and continue these lines this way, cut these quarts into pints, and then cut those all into cups, we can count how many cups we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cups per gallon. So there are 16 cups per gallon. So if we count by 16s, how many, right? We have 65 1/3 cups. So if there's 16 cups for 1 gallon, we can count by 16s and see how many gallons we get out of this. So 16 plus 16 is 32. So let's just make a list of 16 cups. 2 gallons would be 32 cups. Let's add 16 more. That makes 48. So that's 3 gallons. So 1 gallon is 16 cups. So 2 gallons, 3 gallons. And let's add another 16 cups is 64. So we could make 4 gallons, but then we only have 1 1/3 cups left. So we can't make another whole gallon. We're going to have a little bit more, but it asks us how many whole gallons. 1 whole gallon, 2, 3. The answer is we can make 4 whole gallons out of the amount of water that he drank. We will have some left over, but it doesn't ask us how many are left over. So the answer is 4 whole gallons. So how many whole gallons did he drink? 4 whole gallons is the answer to that problem. So we found out 65 1/3 cups. Then we found out using this model that there are 16 cups in every gallon. So we counted by 16s to see how many gallons he drank, and it had to be a whole gallon. So even though there's a little bit more, we have an extra 1 1/3 cups. That doesn't make a whole gallon. So the answer is just 4. So the answer for part A was 4 whole gallons, and the answer for part B was 65 1/3 cups. And that is a challenging problem. Give yourself some snaps. Really great work. That was my second time running through that, so thank you guys for your hard work. We will have another one tomorrow. Let's see, this one's going to be about Amelia baking a cake. Okay, so tomorrow I want you guys to try these ones. You can try them now or you can try them in the morning, but these are the ones that tomorrow's video will be answering. Okay, so good luck. This will actually be in your assignment for Wednesday, so you don't have to do it now. You can do it tomorrow when I assign it. Just please do the work first, then click on the link for the video. All right, everybody, have a great day. Enjoy the nice weather. See you in a little bit.